the super fine. It is 1/19/2026. College football has reached a pinnacle, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the final day, the final kickoff, the last day of the 2025 college football season, live in the building with the Level Up crew. Got to kick it off the way we always do. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you like and subscribe and share. Listen, I don't know if you've noticed there's something new. You can now subscribe to the KnoItAllz podcast channel for exclusive content, exclusive emojis. There's multiple tiers. Hey, get your level up on. Join the crew. Become a part of the Level Up podcast channel. And super chats are wide open. So if you want to ensure that you get your comment on the screen, make sure that you shoot us a super chat. We're seeing people fall in the building, but I can't do nothing until I get out with my crew for a second and say what's cracking with them. Thresa C, girl, what's cracking with you, man? What's happening?
Oh, nothing much. Trying to stay warm up here north and ready for some really, really great football tonight. I am extremely excited for this game. I'm super pumped. And this is really the last big game in football right now that I actually am looking forward to, because those NFL playoffs are not looking so super exciting anymore.
They're diabolical.
So this is it. This is it.
Yeah, this is it. Thresa, girl, what's cracking? What's going on with you, man?
I came in 2026 hitting the road running. I've been busy getting it done. I writing a book right now, and I started a podcast. So I'm really busy. And so I'm excited. I'm excited about this game because you're right. Football has not been even worth watching in the past couple of weeks. So I'm excited about this game.
Translation, NFL equals trash. But we'll keep it pushing. Mod, man, special guest today. My boy Mod from the KnoItAllz crew, man. He wanted to come in and kick off this last podcast for the college football regular season. Now, we're going to have off-season content jumping left and right. But he wanted to just make sure he kicked it off and said a final what's up to the 2025 college football season. What's cracking, Mod? What's going on with you, man?
Man, you got it, Big G. And Thresa, congrats on the book, man. That's dope. Writing a book, it's challenging.
It is. It's a lot. It's my second one, but yes, it's a lot.
I threw my hat in the ring once or twice, and I'm like, oh, there's something else. But you know what, man? I'm excited. I feel like everybody else. Sarah, I feel like you. You're interested because it's football, right? You know what I'm saying? And you're still gonna watch because it's football. But with your team not being in it, you're kind of like, next year I'm gonna follow my team and see what y'all are doing later. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I fall asleep on these games. Except everything's up Super Bowl, I'm falling asleep on.
Exactly. And who cares about the Super Bowl this year? Because it don't even look like it's gonna be interesting.
Oh my God! And then the halftime show is trash. But anyway, go ahead, G.
but listen. I know me and Sarah care. I think Theresa care a little bit too, because the Big Ten got an opportunity to do this three-peat going on with the Big Ten. Yes. So, unlike other conferences that need to be nameless, I ain't going to point nobody out. But the Big Ten, cheers for the Big Ten. We take care of each other around here, around these parts.
Look at that face.
I'm trying to figure out where that come from, because I was talking about the NFL. I wasn't talking about tonight's game. But we cares about the Big Ten around this part. We trying to get them 3 in a row. So, without further delay, first of all, let me say what's cracking to the people in the live chat. Running through the jungle, bro. Boy, you calling from Italy. What the hell is going on over there, man? Good to see you, man. Austin Arts, man. Austin Arts said, I hope Indiana gives Miami a super whooping. He's talking about a BTA. I feel you, man. Mean G in the building, he said, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Who y'all going for tonight? We're going to talk about it as the show goes forward. All right, y'all. These are the superpowers. And let's be perfectly clear. And I'll set it up like this. The Indiana Hoosiers in 2 seasons have lost 2 games. The only teams that they've lost to is teams that played for the national championship. Notre Dame and Ohio State in 2 years. The Miami Hurricanes took down the reigning champion Ohio State Buckeyes in the second round of the playoffs this year. And to be honest, they've looked unbeatable. Their defensive line has looked outstanding. Carson Beck doesn't look like a wafer anymore. I mean, he's out there playing inspired football. They got a hell of a running back in Fletcher. So I think this is a clash of the Super Titans.
You know, it's going to be a big-time game, playing big-time football, man. Let me see what Claude Bishop said. You know, he always a hater. Indiana Big Ten and Maud is a hater. Claude, you know what? You about to get the big facts on. I don't even know where it's at right now. But that is absolutely true, Claude. Facts, Claude, all over the place. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we got a Clash of the Titans. Sarah, I'm going to start with you. What are you looking for tonight concerning a big-time game where big-time players make big-time plays?
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much like you said, these are two really, really well-matched teams, and I am extremely excited to see how both of them come up against the talent in this game. I think that defensive line on Miami's side is definitely going to try their hardest to put as much pressure on Mendoza, but I have a lot of confidence in him, and I have a lot of confidence in that offensive line. There's a reason why they, pretty much won the MVP of the Rose Bowl, because they have, they might not be all 5 stars or whatever, the big thing is now, but they have grown men on that line. Now, I'm not saying that Miami does not have grown men on that defensive line, because I have somebody who actually stood next to Ruben Bain whenever they went to the Pitt Miami game, and he literally said he's like, I think his backside was as wide as he was as a human. Like, it's just, he's massive. Massive dude, just absolutely beast. Cannot wait to see what he does when he gets into the NFL. But I think that Ole Miss definitely showed a little bit that, you can run on them if you have the talent and make some plays. This whole not having their one team in the first half is definitely going to be interesting. Mendoza knows how to read a defense, and he knows where to find that weakness real quick. He's got great eyes. He's got great focus. I could talk about this game probably for as long as it is actually going to be going on. I think that this is just some really well-coached, very talented teams, and I can't wait to see what they both put up against each other. And I love the fact that, it's in Miami, which I get it. They think it's a home game. That's all I've heard a lot of people around me try to say. And personally, I don't think that is a big plus for them, other than the fact that they probably have to sleep at home. But this is Mendoza's home game. Like, this is him from Miami. He went to high school down the street. Like, I know exactly where he went to school because I did live down there at one point in time in my life. Like, this is huge for that entire city. This is huge for college football. And I will tell you one thing. If the Big Ten pulls this off, which I have a lot of confidence in that this is really going to showcase how much talent we have at the top. Now, I'm not saying we have it all throughout, but at the top, we definitely are seeing some of the best college football we've seen in quite a few years coming out of that conference. So, like I said, I could keep going. I'm so excited.
I feel it. I'm excited too, man. I feel it. Hey, I'm Kickridge 111. Thank you for rocking with us. 20 to 30 point Indiana win. 7.5 line is crazy. Theresa, the line is crazy. Now, it's went down because it was 8.5. It's 7.5, getting closer to the kickoff. But do you really think and feel from a preview standpoint that Indiana is that much more dominant than Miami?
Let me say this. In the middle of the season, my cousin asked me if you had to pick 2 teams that was going to go to the national championship right now, who would it be? Guess who I picked? Never believe it.
Miami.
No, I picked Miami and Ohio State. And I thought that they were going to go because it's something about that Miami team that was so aggressive. Like everybody was like pushing them down, saying, "Oh, they're not that good." They had those couple of losses. They're not consistent. All of the good stuff, but it's something about their heart. I mean, we seen it when they played Ohio State. I mean, it was like, wow, and the coaching is there. I think I lean more to Indiana because of the coaching, because of the maturity. I said, earlier, but is Indiana ready? And have they seen anything like Miami? You pointed out Ohio State, but I'm like, Miami has like a little edge on them right now. I think that they have the edge that's going to bring them? I think that of course, we always talk about their running back and how he just drags them. Like, that's what I'm talking about when I talk about heart. They don't give up. And so when I see them, I think it's just going to be a good game. I am still thinking that Miami will pull it off. I'm just thinking it's going to be a little bit closer because I think the defense is both of the defenses are going to fight for their team. And it's going to be the offense, which is usually, I don't usually say, that's going to make a difference for both of them. So I think that it's going to be a fight, but I think that the only thing, if we go through statistics and just look at just team and coaching and those kinds of things, yes, Indiana has everything that makes this game to be for them to win. When I think about heart, determination, and aggression, I'm like, there might be a little sneaky thing like that might go on, because if they can shut them down, and become aggressive on that line, it might be something different. But I do feel like Indiana will have a little edge on them.
Facts. Gerald, man, he said, Big G, you don't give a damn about this game for real. I absolutely do. I love college football. My partner in crime, my brother down there in the corner, will tell you, I love college football more than anything on this planet outside of my wife, the Lord, and my children. I love college football. That's my thing. So I care a whole lot about what's going to happen here. Bragging rights, everything you can name. Just watching how the college football season and the game continues to just maturate and become more and more and more better to me. Now, Ma, we're here. You got the perspective. Listen, I can't say it's from a SEC viewpoint, but it's definitely from a Southern viewpoint, right? How are you feeling concerning Indiana versus Miami?
Oh man, this is a game, man. This is a game. Thresa said it all, man. This is two heavyweights from the jump in the ring. They about to punch it out. You know what I mean? It's one of them, Hagler Hearns type fights. It's gonna get bloody. Honestly, when you got two, we spoke about this backstage. These are two mature teams.
Facts.
So the ages of these teams are 22.5, which is 23 years old, and which is funny to me. The Green Bay Packers, their average age was 25. So for all intents and purposes, we're seeing a professional football game.
I agree.
Facts.
So you look at it, both sides have got haymakers. That Indiana offense is proficient. It runs like a machine. If it gets going, it's over. Because it ain't no coming back. But that Miami defense is mean like the Incredible Hulk, and they coming. You know what I mean? They coming. And when you look at it, and I'll go more in depth with this. There are three games that Indiana had really close this year. Three games that they had really got: Ohio State, Iowa, and what was the third one?
The third one was
Penn State. Penn State. Yeah.
They won the last play against Penn State.
Yeah. So when you think about it, what were those teams able to do? They were able to punch them in the mouth, stay consistently. And I mean, if you look at Signetti, he's a Alabama dude. He came from up under Saban. And that's Facts. That's what it was about. Bloody Tuesdays, man. We get up in here. We're going to war. Everybody is supposed to have the practices were like games. So when they got to the games, they were ready. So, I mean, and Cristobal, same type of dude, man. I mean, So it's like you're looking at this game and it's hard not to be excited about this game. Any college football person who really cares about the game, if you're not excited about that, I don't know what. I mean, you might as well do a line of coke, because at this point, you gone, man. I don't understand it. I know Michael Irvin is right now, allegedly. I'm just saying.
Michael Irvin allegedly is in a volcano full of it. He's in a volcano full of it right now, boy. He's up to his head.
He's ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game time. But that's it, Big G, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Super excited.
Hey, so listen. This is what I'm saying about the game, right? I think it's a game within inside of a game, because you definitely have two different styles, but the styles are very similar concerning how they play football. Mm-hmm. There's a battering ram in Fletcher in Miami, and they just going to try to take their will from you. They're just going to keep running. This kid's probably going to get 35 carries tonight if it's all said and done. They're just going to keep running and running. But Signetti and Mendoza's game is to stay in front of the chains, right? If you go back and watch all the games that they played, the only time they got in trouble is when they didn't stay ahead of the chains. That you get the first and 10, get 3. Second and 7, get 4. Third and 3, make it easy. That's how they play football. So it's a game within a game. So I want to know from you guys, what style wins out? Because even though Miami's got some names on defense, Indiana's got some players. They got depth. Indiana has NFL talent on their defense, all the way from the back end to the front, and their corner is a beast. I dare you to throw it to him one-on-one. I dare you, because he's going to pick you. That's what he does. So I'm going to start this out with you, Theresa. What do you think, what style do you think prevails in this game?
You know, I think that both teams, I think they're going to do something unique. Just me, I think they're going to pull out some punches. So I think that we haven't seen some of the things that they're going to do, because I think that both teams are good at what they're doing, what their performance have been so thus far. The only thing that I feel is Indiana does have a little bit of more of an edge because their sideline is a little bit more depth. So, you know, you can switch out players, you know, they're not getting as tired, they're not getting as hurt, all those kinds of things. So I think that, you know, as it relates to their aggression and how, you know, they are going to walk it down, Indiana, I think that that's going to be more, I think it will slow down the game, which will probably frustrate Miami because Miami wants to go quick. So I think that might be, you know, play with their minds. But I think, you know, Indiana has the edge on that right now.
Yeah. All right, Mod. Style on style. You know, styles make fights. And this is style on style football, bro. Who do you think has the edge prevailing their style, bro?
Well, number one, there's two people in this game, and one on each side of the ball. Miami's quarterback, Carson Beck, hasn't been Carson Becking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
actually been showing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's actually showed up and took care of. And I mean, hey, when you ain't went to class in 2 years, I mean, you need to focus on football, and he's done.
I mean, yeah, really, what has this dude been doing for 2 years, bro?
2 years.
He went to class 2 years, brother.
It is what it is.
And then Indiana's cornerback, Bryce 5'9". You know what I'm saying? But he's been playing above his head, you know, all year and during these playoffs. So I mean, you try him, and you end up on the other side. You know what I'm saying? It's going the other way. So my thoughts when we start talking about style on style is, you know, who's going? I mean, because Miami can do it too. Miami can go short increments with the big back and just pound you, and then they'll bring in their switch back. I forget his last name. But Buddy is it's like smash and dash with them boys. You know what I'm saying? One is really fast. The other one is just, I'm a pound you. And then all of a sudden they pop up and throw something to Malachi Tony. So my thought process here is that whoever gets in a rhythm first, whoever finds that rhythm first, you know, because the game is going to come, everybody's going to be playing above their head for the first 2 quarters. I mean, it's going to be miraculous. You know, and the game's going to slow down. And once it slow down, whoever has the most juice and can find that rhythm, I think that's going to be the team that gets – because, listen, make no mistake, they're about to shorten this game up. How you shorten the game up is by taking, you know, 12 plays, 14 plays, 15 plays on offense. That's going to happen for both sides. So you ain't going to have a lot of possessions. Ain't going to be a whole bunch of – unless Carson Beck start Carson Becking. Now, if that's possible, if he starts Carson Becky, then there's going to be a whole bunch of possessions in this game. But I don't foresee that. Possessions will be limited. They will be a premium, and you're just whoever gets in that mode first is going to be the team.
Feeling it, Sarah. So I'm gonna switch the question up a little bit. I think, in my opinion, Mendoza's made to beat Miami because the way he plays football. Right. He don't want to kill you for 400 yards. He just wants to get about 204 touchdowns and make you look real stupid. Right. That's his style. So do you think that Mendoza can prevail? What's up, Steeler Y360 Nation? What's cracking? Do you think that Mendoza can prevail? Because Bain, number 3, they got some killers up there, man. And we saw what Caden Curry did to Mendoza early, but he didn't shake him. So do you think that Mendoza can handle his business with these boys?
Yeah, because I think that when you look at him, yeah, like he doesn't look like the stereotypical like quarterback that is coming out now. He's very much that old school built, pocket, everything like that. But he is so cerebral, but also he has so much heart in him. All he wants to do is like play football and win and do well. And the way that Cignetti has like their two personalities are so different, but the way that they have melded together, I think is extremely interesting. And I think that he's been able to kind of bring out that personality in Mendoza, but that brain never stops working. There's a lot of football intellect in between those 2 years that he has. And I think that that's literally that's how he's been able to maintain this. And yes, he gets hit and he gets hit hard. He bumps right back up. Like I have yet to see him truly, truly rattled. Now, this is probably second to Ohio. Like this is the best defense he's going to see. But Oregon, definitely good. Ohio State, right there with both. But this is the best that he's going to see. Now, it's going to be how he handles it. And I think he has that. I wanted to build off of a little bit, though, when you talk about this momentum thing and, where everyone's coming from. Like Miami has this momentum and everything like that. And the Indiana has the style and all this big, the big names and
the coach,
not big names, but they've been winning pretty handily.
They're undefeated. They're undefeated. They got moxie.
Yes. But they do. They have this moxie. But when I was starting to actually read a lot about this team, and this is what I really think I'm kind of rooting for them even a little bit more, is when Cignetti went over and how many JMU guys went with him. And then how many JMU guys are still there. And this is their last year with him. And I think that when you talk about guys that have a lot of heart, those kids came out thinking that they were going to do 4 years at JMU, go get a professional job. Now you're on an undefeated Big Ten team about to play for the national championship. Like that is a full 180 than probably what half of those kids ever thought was going to happen. Almost 90% of them didn't think that they were even going to get asked to transfer with him when he asked them. So that's where kind of like my whole brain is at, because like Miami was out to prove something after they had those 2 losses and they've proved it. Carson Becky has proved it. But is he going to start becking it? And I question that still. I will not be fully feel like unless they win this game at the end, because that'll literally be the first time I'll be like, oh my God, he actually pulled it off. He actually was able to do it. Now, I think he's doing a lot of this because, he knows his draft stock and everything that, when he comes out this year. But I think that it's going to be, if Mendoza never really gets that little shake in him, and if he's able to get up and he's able to get like a really great score early, I don't think it's ever going to shut down. Or if that defense gets like what happened last week with Oregon when Pons got the 5'9" cornerback got that interception. After that, but after that, you just knew. Like it takes one little spark in that team, and it just seems like they don't ever. There's no back. It's all forward after that. And I think possessions are definitely going to be at hard to find. Like I think it's going to be a lot of 3 and outs, but I think if that one hits, like Maud says, like it's going to change the game. And I'm very intrigued to see who does it, because they got dogs on all 4 sides. Like you got offense, defense, both sides, both teams. It's going to be a dog race. And I think this is literally like one of the better national championships that we could have seen. And I think that, like what Theresa said, like if it was Ohio State, I'd be happy. But I think these are the 2 best teams right now, and they are showing it.
Sarah, to your point, peep this: Mendoza, 22 years old, Black, 24 years old, Nowalski, 24 years old, Scarrett, 22 years old, Cooper, 22 years old, Becker, 20, Evans, 22, Benson, 23, Lynch, 21, Mikowski, 23, and Coogan, 23. Most of those guys are JMU guys.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
so
facts.
When the thing that I love about what you just said is not only do we want to win for coach, we want to win for each other. Because we didn't expect, when we started our journey at JMU, we didn't expect to be playing for a national championship on a big stage. So when you got, dude, you don't feel that? I got goosebumps. I want to go out there and lose it. I want to go take my helmet off and lose. Now I'm gonna be on the stretcher afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Four plays. Four plays in total.
Yes.
I don't know if I got that. I might got 2. You know what I'm saying? 2 good ones. I'm running through a wall. But after that, I mean, you just gotta. We're playing for each other. Like we're playing. This is a once in a life. A movie script wouldn't have been better than this. You know what I'm saying? Signetti came. He believed in us. He took us from that place to another. He upgraded us, and now look at what's happening, man. This is you can't pay for this. It's cinema.
No,
it's cinema, man.
It is.
Facts. It's still a Y360, man. I'm a Pitt fan, and I saw what Miami's D-line did to our O-line. The front 7 is a problem. That's big facts. I mean, let's be perfectly clear. There's NFL talent all over there. Now, this I want to point this out too, and just to point this out. I think the coach that makes the adjustment the fastest
that part
will win this football game. And the reason why I say it is this, because I did in-depth study on this. During the playoffs, Carson Becky has took 8 deep shots. He's 1 for 8. Mendoza, on the other hand, has taken 11 deep shots. He's 8 for 11. But Indiana started taking deep shots when they saw that they played a loaded box. So Indiana can flip from going a 1 back, 12, 13 personnel to go 4-by-1 with all those receivers they got, and now they're going to spread you out. And they're saying your DBs is not as good as our wide receivers, which, by the way, all 4 of Indiana's wide receivers will be drafted. Not Decker, because he's a sophomore. He'll be back next year. But the other 3, they're going in the first 3 rounds.
I don't know about that, G.
Oh, you can book it.
4 or 5 wide receivers don't go in the first 3 rounds.
Book it that them dudes is going in the first 3 rounds. Book it. Book it.
I don't know about that one.
I'm telling you
on that one.
Yeah, book it.
Now,
book it in this.
The big boy Decker, who's the underclassman?
He's a sophomore.
He's a pro.
He's gonna be,
But they're all big boys. They're all 6'3" and up. There's no little guys for Indiana.
Slow, man. Slow.
Bro. No, they're not slow. No.
4-5, man. I don't know.
I'm calling it right now. I'm calling my shot. They're going to hit him over the top at least once. And they might hit him twice. So you can't be that slow by hitting them over the top. They're going over the top on them. And see, that's where you frustrate Miami. So in saying that, what I was talking about, the adjustment, right? What coach do you believe makes the adjustment first? Mon, I'll start with you. What coach do you think makes the adjustment faster?
Man, that's hard. I mean, that's challenging, bro, because Signetti's a great coach, and so is Cristobal. You know, bro, the more cerebral coach out of them all is Signetti. You know what I'm saying? If you, I mean, look like Dexter, so it's to me, it's like
he be plotting, man. He's plotting all the time.
He's just sitting there just plotting. He don't change the look. He don't, so he's over there being surgical. So I mean, I'm gonna go with Signetti, bro. I'm gonna go with Signetti, man, and I think he makes the quickest in-game adjustments. And I've seen Cristobal be very
Cristobal.
I've seen him be very hard-headed.
I agree.
Like in some of those games, he's very hard-headed. I'm gonna keep doing this, and it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not so much with Signetti. Not so much.
Sarah, who you calling? Who makes the biggest adjustment faster?
Oh, I 100% think it would be Signetti. The way that he is, he's very cerebral. That's why I think him and Mendoza work really well. I just think that, he's one play ahead before even what first play is being called. He's always, and I mean, he's so serious. Like he gets joy after he wins. He is Saban. Like, he's like, I want to have that beer and I want to celebrate. And then he's like, and then I just restart all over again. And that is exactly how he is. He is constant. He is examining and re-examining, and it's very quick though. And I think, but like he takes it, they both take it super seriously. I think that Cristobal has actually really shown a lot this year in his coaching. I think that it's grown a lot over the past couple of years because there were a lot of questions the past couple of years, but I still think that his stubbornness is definitely probably his biggest negative right now that I've seen.
Facts.
And listen, you know what I forgot to add? They were both offensive linemen. which
Correct.
makes them both smart. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Offensive linemen are the smartest people on the football field. So
Mhm.
Correct. You know, so I was at work today, and one of my coworkers said that Signetti and Mendoza is pinky in the brain. So it's I said that's diabolical. I said yes. They said
that's a good
they're pinky in the
comparison. I
brain,
like it.
and they always plotting to take over the world. And you know, and Pinky will do whatever the brain says to do.
Yep.
You know, so Theresa, do you think that it's the edge Signetti tonight
I
over
do.
Cristobal concerning making an adjustment?
I do. Don't you remember his quote? Google me.
That's big facts.
If you look at him last year and you look at him this year, his adjustments is what's gotten him to today. So I think that he will make the adjustments. He sees it first, and he's going to make those adjustments. We've seen it with this everybody he's played thus far. So yes, I agree.
Yeah, and listen, and next year's draft, that might be a dream come true. Becker to the Pittsburgh Steelers, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it next year, boy, because he's a dog. I'll
Can we
sure
get a
take
coach? Let's get a coach.
Yes.
it. Check me out tomorrow on the KnoItAllz
I
podcast
know.
channel for keeping it 100, because I got some diabolical stuff to talk about with that coaching position. Oh my God, I'm going in hard in the paint tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check me out. So now listen. I think we know how national championships go. Somebody always makes a play and they become the MVP, right? Might not be a name, might not be somebody who you think. What player in your mind can make a play to win the MVP of this football game? Sarah, I'll start with you. What player, who's the person that you feel can make the play to win the MVP?
See, now this is what's crazy because of how much I speak about Indiana. There is one player on Miami that can make a play and would get MVP, and that is Tony. That kid
My God.
special.
Yeah.
And he will make that play. If he finds a way, if he finds an opening, if he finds, the speed, everything about him, he would be the one. He would be the one, 100%. But I still think that, not my hope or whatever. I still like Indiana. They have a lot of guys on that team. I would love to see, it would probably end up going to Mendoza. Cooper definitely is like that little dark horse guy that I kind of like, especially after the Penn State game with his catch at the end. He definitely seems like that guy. But if I'm going to pick anybody out on both sides of the field that could do something really, really special and just blow your brains away, it is that little kid, because he's still a little kid. I don't even know if he's 18 yet.
He's a baby. Okay, great one. I keep trying to tell I take Sarah right now. Them Indiana wide receivers are some dogs. I'll take them all. It don't matter. If I could pick 4 and get lock in all 4 for the future, give me all 4 of them. They dogs.
Mainly Cooper, but not Surratt, but Cooper.
Yes, he is. Okay. All right, Mon. Who's your one player that can make the big play tonight to get the MVP?
Bro, I got 2. Of course, the low-hanging fruit is Malachi Tony. For Miami. But Mark Fletcher, if he gets going, if him and Shamar Brand get going, it's a wrap. And on the other side for Indiana, for me, it's gonna have to be their quarterback. It's gonna have to be Fernando or Cooper. Those are the 2 guys that I believe in. You know what I'm saying? You can't that on that offense. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. Hemby is a good running back, but I believe in Mendoza. I believe in Cooper. Those are my guys for both sides of the ball. If you're gonna, and if you're asking defense, it's Bane. Period. Point blank. Bane can be the bane of everybody's existence tonight. He really could.
He's really a dog. He's a top 5 NFL draft pick. There's no doubt about it. All right, Theresa, who's you said you got Fletcher. Anybody else you like? Man, I know this dude's going to make a play tonight.
We know Mendoza. You have to say Mendoza. I think that he's just the quarterback that's just shown up consistently throughout the year. And I think that he has his hometown advantage. I just think that, if he pulls it off, it'll be him. It'll be him. So those are my 2, Fletcher and Mendoza.
Look at Big E over there being braggadocious. He said, how's everybody doing tonight in Denver? Going to have a rough road to go next week. Nix is gone, but I have faith in the world the defense will get past New England. You're smoking ganja because Drake May about to come and do something strange to you. You ain't got a chance in hell without Bo Nix. Let's be perfectly clear. But anyway. So my pick of the player that I think is going to make a big time play in this game is the wide receiver Becker. Charlie Becker, I think is going to make a big time play. Listen, Charlie Becker has got NFL written all over him. 6'4", 220, wide receiver and fast. Let him get one-on-one with one of them Miami slot wide receivers. And Signetti gonna be like, come on with it. Signetti gonna be like, dial it up. And see, this is the thing about Signetti. This what just makes him diabolical. Is when he finds out your weakness, he's gonna keep attacking it.
It's gonna expose it.
He's gonna make you do something different. And he's gonna. So that's why I'm telling you, don't be shocked if they go 4-by-1 and he's like, oh, Miami slot corners are trash. Let's go. Because I'm telling you, they ain't that good. Miami slot receivers, slot corners are not that good. So don't be shocked if Decker just starts wearing them out because he's going to keep going at it. Running Through the Jungle says 28-23 Miami. Mark Fletcher MVP. I hope I'm wrong. Go Big Ten. Right. Big E Bronco, what he said, man. I remember the beginning of the year, Big G, you said Denver wasn't going to make it to the playoffs, and we are one game away from the Super Bowl. Hey, outstanding. Congratulations. I mean, a dead clock is right twice a day. Let's be perfectly clear. but hey, they had a hell of a season, but the season comes to the end without Bo Nix. It's over. All right, y'all, so we're going to get to the prediction. Who do you like? What's your score for this game for the national championship? Theresa, I'll start with you. Your score for the game and who do you like?
I am going 24-27, and Indiana is going to be my team.
24-27, Indiana Hoosiers. Indiana wins the national championship and raises the trophy.
Yep, Big Ten. Yep. I got to go with the Big Ten.
I feel it. Mod, who you like to win this game?
Well, we said this yesterday on the KnoItAllz. And I'm consistent, man. Nothing at all if I'm not consistent.
Facts.
17-14, 17-13, Miami. It's a low-scoring game. I don't think that anybody's going to be able to get – if it's a high-scoring game, Indiana won. It's over with because Miami's not going to be able to – unless we just see this miraculous thing from Carson Beck. I don't see him putting up over 20, 25 points on Indiana. I just don't see it. But I do see, like I said, the possessions being a premium, and you're not getting many of them, and teams going 1-2-3 punt, 1-2-3 punt, 1-2-3 punt, 1-2, and then all of a sudden the scoring happens. So hey man, Miami in this game.
Got it. Sarah C., who you feeling?
Oh, I'm going Big Ten. I'm going Indiana. I actually like Running Through the Jungle's beater its score, but I think I'm going to go with the other way around. I'm thinking it's about 28-23. I don't think it's going to be a super high scoring game. But like Mod says, if they get that momentum early and they start scoring, then it's going to get a little scary but I think that Miami's defense is definitely top notch and definitely can do it and definitely can hold them. So I definitely see them holding them to a lower score than they've done in a while. But I definitely think Indiana's going to pull this off and have an undefeated season. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yes.
The diabolical Claude Bishop, bro. We thank you for the $5. He said, great show, ladies and gentlemen. In Indiana by 2 touchdowns. And good luck to Big E Bronco. Hey, good luck to them. They're going to need it because they ain't got no quarterbacks. So, we appreciate you, Claude. Thank you for the $5, man. Stud Bus Driver, he said, checking in all 78-3.
Oh,
Indiana.
no.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
You said Miami ain't going to show up
Tommy
at
String
all.
says, agree with Claude. Hey, I feel you, man. I feel you. Listen, my final score, Indiana Hoosiers 28, Miami Hurricanes 17. The Indiana Hoosiers either get a kickoff return, a punt return, or an interception, or a fumble return for a touchdown. They're 7, and then they score 3 touchdowns. Mendoza scores 2, and they run 1 in. And their defense is going to get after Carson Beck. Look for 1 to 2 picks and or possibly 2 fumbles tonight out of Carson Beck from a turnover standpoint, and they capitalize on those turnovers. So, Indiana's coming at them in waves.
What you saying is Beck going to get to Becking?
Yeah, they're coming after him. They've only taken 8 deep shots. Now, they could fool me, but if they don't take shots, Indiana's not only going to load that box, they're coming after him.
Yeah.
They're coming after him. Their job is to get him on the ground by whatever it takes. So they're not just going to let him sit and just back it. No, you're getting some pressure tonight, dog. They coming, they dialing it up. And unlike most teams that Miami's faced, they're 2 and 3 deep in certain positions.
Yeah.
So they can bring in a starting linebacker and then run another guy on the field and he comes after you again, and then run another guy on the field and he comes after you again. That's diabolical. They're not Indiana doesn't save anything for the fourth quarter. They're gonna pour out early. They're gonna pour it out, man. They're gonna pour it out. So that's why I calling it Indiana 28, Miami 17. All right, y'all. We got a quick segue before we get out of here, and we're gonna close the show. Y'all, it would be wrong to not close this show out to talk about this show about concerning what's going on with the 2,000 remaining players in the transfer portal. Yeah, we've seen a change in college football unlike any time ever, right? We've talked about it multiple times on the show. And I just want to get you guys a State of the Union address concerning portal and college football and what we'll be talking about in the offseason, because that's what we're going to be talking about, how these rosters have been restacked and resettled. And is college football, or has it become the mini NFL? Sarah, I'll start with you. What are you thinking and your state of the state concerning college football and where we're at concerning the transfer portal?
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it a couple weeks ago. I mean, I want the best for these kids. I would think that they deserve the money, I think, and everything, but it's becoming a mini NFL. It is becoming a mini pro system. This is exactly what it is. And it's exactly what I was talking about earlier. And but until you figure out a governing body for any of this, it is going to be absolutely insane till the end of time. And I just don't know when that's coming. We were talking about it earlier about the Trinidad thing. He's going to a court in Mississippi. So in an injunction, almost 99% sure that he'll probably end up playing because of that, because there is no real person in charge right now. And I kind of, I want to laugh at the NCAA because they did this to themselves kind of deal. So I think that the better teams and the better coaches and the better collectives and all that kind of stuff are the reasons why you're getting some of these really good teams. And it's why Indiana's a really good team, because it doesn't matter. You can, get all these top stars and pay them all the money, but unless you know what to do with them, you're not going to be successful. That is the one thing that coaching definitely comes into play more, I think, in this aspect right now in college football than it probably ever has, because you're dealing with a lot of this, I just want to get the number one player. I just, every year someone new, I think that we're going to do it. And then you don't know what to do with them. And you see it in the NFL all the time. Like, you've got a GM and a coach that don't know how to agree. And then you have a system that doesn't make any sense, which is exactly what's going on with a lot of these teams that weren't able to win. So there's still a lot more to read about and research and everything like that. But yeah, I still think it's a mess, but I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. I just hope they can figure out the stupid playoff system. And if the SEC and Big Ten can stop being babies, that'd be great.
Facts. Stu bus driver, man. 2 million buys a bunch of Chevy Cavaliers when you're 17 and sure do. And that's what them youngsters like. They show like them. They show like it. They like them souped up cars. Theresa, your state of the state concerning college football, the transfer portal, and what do we do? Because there's 2,000 kids just sitting out there. What do we do?
I think the other part of it is we seen the fallout of how, coaches are getting fired left and right too. So you're right. If the coaching is also being affected by the portal too. So I think it's a trickle down effect of all of it. I think that, we talked a little bit earlier how the ages is getting, they're getting older and older. So they're maturing and they're being able to craft their game a little bit more. So it's a little bit more competitive. And I think that the money thing also helps them, because I ain't got to, if I'm struggling, I ain't got to struggle too much right now, because and to get to the NFL, I can really play and get what I need to be able to be stable. So
Yes.
I think that those are some of the things, but I think just how it's set up, just how the the window of when it is, I mean, we're like, it's closing and we still play in the playoffs. Like, what is going on, and all the other shifting and balancing, and then making sure that everybody gets signed, and who's going to fall through the cracks. I think that those are all things that need to be worked out, that has not been worked out, and I think that it's something that they definitely need to look at in the future, because it's going to get worse, and even worse. And then you're not going to be able to see some of the people, the players get developed as they should, if they keep like swapping.
Yeah, I've been a total big facts, man. Now listen, for all you guys that's listening to us today, if you haven't, me and my brother did a piece about the state of the NIL and union of college football. It's on the KnoItAllz podcast channel. You can go back and see it. You're going to see Ryan Day, Naty, Nick Saban. It's a piece set up, and we talked a lot about the state of the union concerning college football. But Maude, as we close out, how do we fix this? Because this is just not right. Not to me, man. Y'all understand you go to school to get an education, but a lot of these kids are going to go play ball, and it's like they're getting left in the dust, man. So what do we do, man? How do you fix this?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's not an easy win at this point, right? Because you've let it get so far out of hand that now you're looking at. So there's one thing that people have in common. The athletic programs are saying we need a big sponsor.
Facts.
We need somebody who's going to sponsor us. We need a sugar daddy, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Straight sugar, baby. Straight sugar.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you have people like David Booth who are popping out the woodwork, giving $300 million to Kansas. You got the two sponsors over there at Baylor who are popping up, giving up $100 million just out the pocket, just pledging it. The first couple of days of 2026, they peeling off $100 million. That's just wild. I mean, to use your word, that's diabolical. I mean,
it
know
is.
what I'm saying? It really is.
It is.
So when you sit and you look at it, there's two major things that bother me about the transfer portal as it is right now. Number one, you don't give any type of wiggle room for these kids after the season is over with. You're saying either get in the portal or don't. Right?
Facts.
And if that's kind of forcing the coaches' hands, because the coaches have to I have to recruit, and I have to make sure that through the portal, I'm getting your replacement. Exactly. Because there's no guarantee you're going to come back and pick me again. I'm the side chick. You know what I'm saying? You left me for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't do that. Then the second piece of this whole thing, that's really the bigger issue for me, is that, like I said to you guys backstage, you're going to have the 5 and 4 stars that are being recruited in high school and saying, hey, we're only going to pay you guys because we know that y'all are going to get out there and get some of that grass in your shoes during the game. Y'all going to play. You know what I'm saying? But these 3s and 2s, they're not going to play anymore, right? And Big G, we talked about this, man. They ain't even going to give them 3s and 2s no film. So they can't. We're going to keep you out the transfer portal. It's like we're going to hoard because we have to. If not, that means every year becomes free agency. And that's NFL football. If I have to renegotiate your contract, as soon as the season's over with, I got to renegotiate your contract. Exactly. That's ridiculous.
Well, think about this. LSU had 53 players hit the portal. University of Texas had almost 30. Ohio State had 31. I mean, I can run it down on teams that had 25 plus players hit the portal. They was out of there. Or Alabama had 30 players hit the portal. Oregon had 27 players hit the portal.
And the proof of this, G, is what I'm saying is that they overpaid when everything changed in front of us. This changed in front of us, Sarah. This changed in front of us, Theresa. the fact of the matter is that we can't pay 5 stars and 4 stars and 3 stars the same amount of money. We can't give y'all $400,000 because you know the people who are coming in with this money don't mind spending it, but they want to make sure that we're spending it on championship material. So they would rather see us go hunt big game hunting in the portal than us sitting up in here getting a kid that we got to develop, although he may be a 5-star, because you got to hit on these 5 stars.
Facts.
A whole bunch of Jeremiah Smith and Malachi Tonys running around here in NCAA football. It's not a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these are special guys. And from here on out, you're going to have to pay those special guys. And that's why I say it's so far out of whack now. How do you feel? Because how do you know who's special? Till you get them on campus, you don't know who's special.
Yeah.
I'm just paying you on your tape. And what if your conference or your competition was trash?
Yeah, you're paying them for nothing. You're paying. You wasted.
What's
you
that?
wasted
What's that potential? What's a statement you be saying it all the time?
Productivity over potential all day and night. Productivity will get you a national championship. Potential will get you fired. That's where we at right now. Productivity will get you a national championship. Potential will get you canned. And that's where we're at as far as the state of college football, 100%. Man. Yeah. All right, so listen, y'all, great show, great insight, man. We thank everybody that rocked with us all year long concerning the College Football Level Up podcast on the KnoItAllz channel. Y'all, we will be here in the offseason. We're going to talk about the schedule, figure out how we're going to do it and all whatever else. You're going to see some shifts even with the KnoItAllz podcast, Level Up podcast coming in the near future. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We got custom emojis, custom content, different things you'll be able to see moving forward. Next year, we're even talking about, not even talking about it. We're going to have a live camera set up, in-game watches concerning the big games for college football. So we ain't going to be like, we'll be commentating, watching the game, sitting there watching it, talking about it, and you'll get all that stuff backstage and all whatever else for exclusive content on the KnoItAllz. So people seem to love it. They want to hear our insights and how we just tear people down and throw stuff at the screen and kick over popcorn cans.
It's some craziness that goes on. It's some craziness that goes on.
You're going to see. Yeah, you're going to see that this year coming forward with the KnoItAllz podcast and a lot of big-time draft analysis concerning college football. Listen, the NFL players get their players from college. Level Up talks about them way before. So make sure you join us to get that content as well if you want your team to pick the correct player. Listen, as for me, my girl Sarah C and my girl Thresa B, my bro Mod, thank you all again for rocking with the Level Up College Football podcast for the 2026 season. We look forward to seeing you guys all in the off season. Have a great and wonderful off season, because it ain't really no off season in college football no more. I mean, we ready to restock and rock and roll. Yeah. And we'll see you guys all in the near future. Have a great evening.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.